This is my faucet. This is an outdoor faucet, sometimes called a sillcock, but this is just the guts of it, because the spring, it unscrewed from the inside. Now up at the top, it's got a little thing that's supposed to screw into the faucet part, and that baby's not working so much anymore. But the reason they're so long is because down here is the shutoff part. That part seals up against the seat, and the seat keeps the water from going out. But you have that much water after you shut the faucet off to come dribbling out of this faucet. Now, one thing that makes my dad so angry, about as angry as anything, is when people shut his faucet off and they shut it off hard because it's still leaking. Well, the reason it's leaking is because all that water's dribbling him out. So Tim, if you're watching this, shut it off gently, let it dribble for 5 minutes. If it's still dribbling, you know, go tell Dad about it. But you don't need to crank it down. That's what he said. Don't crank it down. Well, the new one I got had threads on it, so I thought I'd be able to come out and unscrew it from outside without trying to find out where it actually connects in. So kind of do the little Houdini method, unscrew it, screw the new one in, and bam, you'll be done. Well, that didn't actually work. I hooked a pipe wrench on it and screwed it, and it bent it a little bit, but it didn't really do much. And what I found out was, after opening the wall, this is the threaded end. But on the inside of the threaded end, that fits the outside diameter of a 1/2-inch copper pipe. And it was sweated on at that joint. So, how do I pull out on the faucet and get that joint to come apart with only having one person? And that's when my good friend Ron, the mole man heist, told me that I should hook a cement block to it. So that's what I did. I took a sawhorse, took a piece of rope, and tied it to the faucet to pull out on it while I heated it up. Well, I heated it and heated it and heated it, and it never would come apart. Eventually, it came apart on the front side. And then this piece was still connected to the pipe, but at least I could get in there with the pliers and kind of wiggle this back and forth and get it off. But that shows you sort of what that's made of on the inside. That is threaded so that when this goes into it, it engages those threads, tightens up, and that's what turns your water off a full foot inside the house, or at least inside the outside where the cold is. And that keeps it from freezing, sometimes called a freeze back valve. It doesn't really freeze anything. It just shuts off back here and leaves that part open so that you don't have to worry about freezing. But why is my cement block still hanging here? Well, it's because that pipe is really tight. Now, my wife said, oh, there's mice coming in around that. I don't think so. There's no mice coming in around there. At least not the kind that are human visible to the unaided eye. Nope. So now I got to figure out how to get that out of there so that I can put the new one in. And I think I'll just take a chisel and chisel that out, get the new one in, solder the end of that back together, and we'll be back in business. But that little brick cement block idea, I'm going to give credit to Ron. It did help me. Not as much as I hoped it would, but certainly did better than trying to unscrew it because it wasn't actually held in by the threads anyway. Thanks for watching.